As dust settles, moonlight sharp like a blade. Tuesday club door swing, cool cats invade. Rosie at the helm, a queen with no crown. Snaps fingers once, the whole room quiets down. Jackets leather, glasses frosted with steam. Laughter ricochets like a well-oiled machine. Dice rolling shadows, secrets drip like wax. Stylish assassins, no need to relax. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. Corners dim where the whispers spark flames. Stories unravel but nobody names names. Vinyl spins and beats bounce off the walls. Saxophone crying like the street light calls. The regulars know it's not just the scene. It's a haven for the sharp, the slick, the serene. Chatter like bullets ricochet through the air. Rosie's eyes sharper than a lioness stare. No drama, no mess, just rhythm and flow. Tuesday's the day, the city, let's go. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. I got the Tuesday Mets, no light, that's the Tuesday Mets. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club.
This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday Club. Welcome, thanks for coming back. Welcome to the Adams Arms on a Tuesday night, possibly my favourite night of the Adams Arms. This is a hostelry for the hopeful, a place where football will still be fun, where you don't have to lose your temper. You don't have to headbutt somebody. You don't have to pin someone up against the wall. You can just have a disagreement, a differing opinion, and then talk about cakes. I don't care. But I'm glad you're here. Lots to talk about, as there always is around football. Lots of opinions. I think mostly the conversation around Arsenal still centering on, did Arteta make an absolute pig's ear of that game on Sunday by starting too defensively? Of course, he's had his right of reply in press conferences. In the press conferences I've seen, he's talked about how he couldn't really play Eze because was he up to it? Hasn't really played on the right. I get it. I get that Eze is more of a left-sided player, but I think the deep frustration is not so much. I think what it really comes down to is we could all see when the lineup was announced that that was not a gung-ho lineup that was designed to go and get 3 points at home. Of course, you can mega brain it and say, but look how well we controlled the game. I do want to talk about the game a little bit more. I've had a chance to watch it 2 or 3 times now, and there are some things that stood out to me, which may have stood out to you as well. In the end, when the dust settles on games like this, you might find yourself feeling a little less put out. Honestly, I'm still a bit ticked off. I think, though, that the reaction online on YouTube has been massive. Absolutely massive. Everybody, once again, talking about how Arteta didn't do enough to win that game, but Pep Guardiola pulled a tactical masterstroke by parking the bus. Pep Guardiola on Sunday... That looks like one of those mega buses, doesn't it? But that I'm not trying to deflect, and I'm definitely not trying to say, look, Mikel Arteta did the right thing. I didn't think you starting with Trossard, who we know doesn't really work on the left, and starting with Marino, Declan Rice, and Zubimendi. Look, I can almost get it, but we have such a good back four and such a great goalkeeper that we're constantly too worried about what other teams are going to do. And I can see that when you look at Look at the Man City midfield. In theory, they're a really great swashbuckling team, but we all knew that Pep Guardiola was coming to park that bus. We all knew that we were going to control the game, have more of the possession, and need to create chances. And that is why we bought Eberechi Eze. So I'm still pissed off about it. I am still pissed off about it, and I'm even more pissed off about it now that Arteta's had his chance to say, I didn't think it was that defensive. We had plenty of attacking players on the pitch. No, you didn't. You had Gyökeres, who's a brand new striker, who still hasn't learned how to. We still haven't learned how to feed him. You had Noni Madueke, who has been really exciting and pleasing on the eye since starting, but he hasn't got a goal or an assist. And you got Trossard. It didn't work in that position most of last season. So come on. I think I don't want to go in too hard on Arteta because I don't think this is the time or place. I think we get to the end of the season and see how we've done. But I'm hopeful that he has learned the lesson when he goes to Newcastle on Sunday. Because if there's one thing about Arteta that would drive even his closest allies absolutely loopy, it's when we signed Willian. And everyone could see Willian wasn't working out, but he stuck with it. Thomas Partey last season was right back. What's he doing? There's some really good points made on the subject of the starting lineup. And one of my favourite points on this was, this is not a midfield that he tried in pre-season. This has not worked. This midfield doesn't work. Mourinho, I do think he was harshly treated. There was one absolutely beautiful through ball, and it just came down to Trossard not getting there on time. So maybe this wasn't as terrible as it could have been. But you can't say this is everyone being clever after the fact. Anyone who was doing a live stream or on a live stream before the match kicked off that saw the reaction, the overwhelming reaction to that first 11 that he picked, we were all furious about it. Not furious is the wrong word. Stupefied. Indignant. Anyway, that's me. Listen, first of all, I want to say a massive thank you. If you're here and you sat through, I know it's a great song, The Tuesday Club, but I am taking the liberties a little bit, making you sit through 2.5 minutes of introduction. Just gets me a chance to get into my game mode. But brilliant to see so many of you, and I won't delay any further before going through some of these comments. It's Hawkwind. This can mean only one thing. Hawkwind. All right, geezer. All right, how are you? I stopped doing a voice for Hawkwind. I think it plays havoc on my larynx. Look at this. Idris Adam. There is only one. Great to see you. Hi, how are you doing today? Good. Apart from the small talk, I'm amazing. And Love Comes Quietly finally drops about me on In the Old Ways. What did I know? Thinking myself to go alone all the way. Well, that looks like it needs unraveling. Tell us more. Pretty joy, sweet joy, but 2 days old, sweet joy, I call thee, thou dost smile. Bloody hell, you've gone shakes. You've met someone, I take it. Is that right? You've met someone, and certainly that's beautiful. It depends if you break your heart or not. Evening, landlord. I'll have a pint of Barnsley's finest in memory of the great Dickie Bird and a packet of Awzat. Now, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination, and Hubi Mendy / Sean will tell you this, but I am aware that Dickie Bird passed away at the ripe old age of 91. So a good innings, if you will allow me to borrow a pun. Guitar intro, absolutely, always do it. And Malia's here. Wonderful to see you. Big up, boss man, and all you awesome legends dans le chat. Right, then there's a lot of you saying hi to each other. Look at this. Fresh drip. Oh, really tough on yourself the other night, Sunday night. I don't think you did that badly. We'll be there. I've skinned up. Big up Dan, Zanzi, and all the chat. Enjoy. Has that just demonetized me? Probably. Slap that like and let's go. And here we are. The mind chases happiness. The heart creates happiness. The soul is happiness. Fucking hell. What have you fallen in love with? The thesaurus or something? Bloody hell. Hubi Mendy! Sean's here. Good to see you, of course. You've just repeated yourself there. Have you fallen on your head? Is that the fall that has befallen you? How are you, Zandy? Any better, bro? Hubi Mendy. Hubi Mendy do. If that answers your question. Sam Gray would just dropping by to say good evening to all you awesome schlags. Here's Royal Highness Slagmeister himself. Good to see you, of course. Port Vale 0, Arsenal 3 is a prediction from the love besotted Idris Adam. I'm good, Andy, you glorious schlag. Hope you're well. Love comes quietly. Oh, you just let's all stop repeating ourselves. Kepa, Ben White, Mascara, Hincapie. Are these the names of your love to be your future? Dan, why are you dressed up as the 11th century monk? Zanzi, that's kind of Rosie's job. You know that, right? You know that. Fresh drip, fresh. Epic. Right, where are we? What are we up to? Mob Boss is here. Great to see you. Are you still fuming? Did I cover many of the topics you'd like to? Or do we have more disappointment to add to this? How pissed off will we all be if the same lineup with Newcastle away? It's annoying, isn't it? We're still waiting for Rosie to tell him how he looks. I know. People have nicked in there now. There's only 1 trillion Susanna, and that is Weir's, Earth Vader, Anthony, dipped in sherbet, Herbert, and Fandabi Rosie. Fresh drip art. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Tuesday Club. Love it. Love it. You're getting it. You're getting it. Isaac scored today. He scored his first goal today. How about... It was a good game. Bless Southampton. They nearly scored, and then the cruelest fate of football. Liverpool won the other end, and it was a good cutback, and Isak popped in his first goal for Liverpool. Slightly worrying, isn't it? Then didn't come out for the second half, was replaced by Hugo Ekitike. Ekitike, tell me what's wrong. Basically, Ekitike got a yellow card. I didn't see it. I was going to half watching it. And then when he scored late in the game, he took his shirt off. Frimpong comes running up to him like he's done something really stupid. Like, I thought, is he offside or something? Frimpong's the only one who seems to have remembered that Ekitike is already on a yellow card and has now been suspended. Good question was, Malia, I hope you don't mind me jumping in on this one, because I kind of thought about it. I've thought about it. Question was, if he's suspended and they go out, does that carry over to next year? I think it does. Let me know if you know different. Mob saying 2-0 tomorrow. Come on, we've got to beat Port Vale more than 2-0, haven't we? Love lasts for ages, but just comes in little... Oh, dear. This is your career as a Hallmark card writer in a nutshell, isn't it? Love lasts for ages, but comes in little spurts. I am single. That was fucking quick. What happened there? What happened there? What have you done? That's a short relationship. As short of the relationship as Graham Potter is about to have with West Ham, I would suggest. He's dead man walking, isn't he? Like, West Ham fans don't like this. They want David Sullivan to go, but they'll probably read it properly, Dan. Love lasts for ages, but lust comes in little spurts. No. I'm still trying to get over this cold, you know. I don't think this is going to be a 2-hour show tonight. Let's try and aim for 2 hours, but I think don't get twisted if it's a 1.5 hour show. Miss Melina! Oh, what's wrong with me? Miss Melina. Lovely to see you. Rosie! Oh, goodness. You're too kind. I can't. It's not Carol Smiley. Why do I always forget her name? It's... What is her name again? The doyen of British daytime television herself. Not Carol Smiley. What's her name? What's her name? Tell me. What's wrong with everyone today? We're supposed to be a cool squad, not the lovesick squad. I know. I think Idris Adam, it's been a weird one. He was in love. No, he's not. Look at that. Dorman Supreme. Oi, Razor, hope you're well. You want some? Done us a little video, What the theme for the Gooner channel and for the Adams Arms going forward is not getting into arguments. I'm not losing my temper with people who disagree with me. I'm going to accept that they're either right and I'm stupid, or they're stupid. But in either case,
all about how you have to embrace the stupid, because you can't change how you can't beat them at their own game, because the game is stupid. They are the loudest because they are so stupid. They think they are the smartest. They are everywhere. Learn to embrace the stupidity. Joy.
Embrace the stupidness. Go embrace the stupid. It's everywhere. Look, there's some.
That's what I'm saying. Like, from now on, I'm going to let live, and laugh. And Galbraith's bloody cold. She's got a show named Lorraine Kelly, of course it is. Lorraine Kelly. Does she look like she's pretty tasty in a fist fight as well, doesn't she? She's like, oh, like, I'm Lorraine Kelly. Oh, that's brilliant. Come here. That's what I think when I see her anyway. Horrible defamation of character. How awful of me. She's got a show named after her. I'm so sorry. I don't watch a lot of daytime television. I'd like to watch more. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for farting. It's one of those expressions, isn't it? Gary from Dinny Wist the Trap is here. Please, Gary, do a Scottish accent next time you do that. Dinny Wist the Trap. I'm going to put the link. Now, also, can you all join me in being as persuasive as you possibly can? Earth Vader has promised to come on the show on Thursday because of backed by dope demand. Everyone wants you here. I want you here. Make it so. He's one of my favorites. Yeah. So please just pester him to come on. Anyone who wants to come on is, of course, welcome. This is a Tuesday Club, a speakeasy where you can speak your mind without fear that you're going to get shouted down. Everyone is welcome. All opinions are welcome. All different clubs are welcome. You know, we get people with all different affiliations. The most important thing, though, is that we can all agree that Mikel Arteta was far too defensive and cowardly, and an increasing number of Arsenal supporters, and I'm not sure I'm fully there yet, have started to feel like maybe it's moments of caution like this that might cost us the big prize. Rosie saying, I think he should come on tonight's show. That's the kind of bullying I wanted, Rosie. You and me are one mind in one head. All good. Thanks, buddy. Now, hi, Miss Melina. Have you seen her? Queen of Arsenal, certainly Queen of Arsenal YouTube, and absolutely brilliant. Of course, I called for help tonight, and answering the call as ever, a one-man pun machine, Zanzi.
Hello. How are you?
How are you?
I'm feeling very, 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 very today.
Aren't we both?
Yes.
Tragedy, Dickie Bird. Tragedy.
It was really, wasn't it? Yeah.
Gone too soon. You'd like to think he could have made 100, but no.
Yeah.
Now,
91's good though, isn't it? Still.
I'd take it. Do you know what I mean? Unlike a 1-1 against City before the match, I'd take 91 right now.
True.
Right, saying that, though, they'll probably have come up with some long-lasting drug that means that you stay the age you are when you first take it, and I'll take it at like 60 and then still die. Anyway, I'm waffling now. What is your predictions for tomorrow? I think what you mean are, what are your predictions for tomorrow? I am doing the Lorraine Kelly a little bit too much, I think. I am not on any medication. Maybe that's the problem.
If you could take a drug at any age, where would you want to? Where would you want to be going back in what you've already done?
I am so looking forward to getting to an age where I can just do Class A drugs and not give a shit.
No. I'm saying that if you could take a drug that stopped you at a certain age,
right,
where would it be?
Yeah, probably London.
No, what age would you be? Jesus Christ.
When?
Yes, what age would you be? Not where you were.
Who's getting married? What? They tuned in for this, you know. Keep it punchy.
Idris is getting married, is he? And is he just messing up?
In the time it's taken us to finish this cracking setup, I would probably choose. I don't know. I'd probably choose 26.
Okay.
Give myself another chance at the 27 club. I predict Port Vale will. Do you know what? Who did I see on television or radio, or did I hear someone use the term pumped? And it wasn't in your charming Scottish accent. I predict Port Vale are going to clean up. Big up, Supermodels. Here he is. Should we get him on? Do you want to share the stage with Fresh Drip Art?
Why not?
Exactly. It's the right.
He should be high enough by now.
He's gonna have. Oh my goodness.
He is.
Are you there, Fresh?
Yes, I am there. Well, how are you, gentlemen?
I don't know, but I hope it.
You're there, are you? That's interesting.
Well, I'm
When-
there and you're here. Does that make sense?
No,
In
no,
your head,
thank
it does.
God. Thank God it
Yes, it
doesn't.
did make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Idris Adam's going to have to explain what very single means.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rosie's saying 17. Yeah, because you watch a lot of rom-coms. That's the sort of rom-com age, isn't it? Malia's gone 3 amigos. I don't know what the Spanish is for acquaintance, but
I think what Idris is trying to say is, I've got 2 hands. Why do I need a woman?
there goes your hallmark sensibility again.
So you're saying he's got twins?
We're going to get Anthony Weir's dipped in sherbet Herbert on here on Thursday. Are we excited about that?
And his arms, yes.
His arms.
I tell you what, because he's going to come on Thursday, I'm going to quickly pop into the cellar because I've got a really nice demi-john or cider. I can't see where it came from, but it's part of Bristol Zoo because they've got a new rhinoceros there. And, well, you know.
I genuinely thought you said winoceros. I was going to say.
It's close.
Weir's won't go on stream because he peaked months ago. Don't give him performance anxiety. He has enough of that on the weekend. I never had a girlfriend before. Never had a girlfriend before.
No.
They are lots of fun.
Lots of work.
Depend. You get the right one, and it's life-changingly good. Mistakes have been made.
Oh yes.
Rosie's pretending she's never had one, but the Lorraine Kelly looks like she's tried all kinds of things in college. Are we still pissed off about Mikel Arteta's cowardice? Why is it cowardice when he sets up defensively, and it's not cowardice when Pep takes off all his attacking players in the 69th minute? Riddle me that.
Because everybody likes to hate the Arsenal, flat out.
They do. They absolutely adore to hate the Arsenal.
Yeah.
The number of people coming out with it, and this is tough because I'm absolutely not saying I disagree. But on DR Sports, Matisse said literally it was a disgrace. It was a disgrace playing Marino and not playing Eze. I think the word disgrace, if you're using that for team selections, you're not leaving yourself anywhere to go if he sexually assaulted a lizard in the middle of the pitch. Do you know what I mean? That, I think, right. I think choosing a team that he trains and bought and works with that differs from the team you would have picked as a Chelsea fan, probably not a disgrace. The other one on there, the lady who isn't apparently cancelled anymore, the lady on DR Sports who's named Abby Summers. It does sound a bit like one of those shops you used to get in Soho. But Abby Summers came out and said it was criminal. That Mikel Arteta's team selection on Sunday was criminal. And again, that might be an exaggeration as well, because I don't think it is criminal. But they love to get so high. I mean, at the end of the day, you'd think we'd lost 5-1.
Yep.
My dream girlfriend is Megan Fox. Well, why? You know, you may want to think about your standards somewhat. I'm just saying. I don't, not as many of them around as takes ball to say, Idris Adam. Yes. I assume what you mean is it's him saying he hasn't had a girlfriend, but lots of people have never had a girlfriend. Anyway, party rings are criminal. I love it. It's 23 minutes in. We're on party rings. Right. Whenever the subject of biscuits comes up, I like to go to a specialist, somebody I know is going to be an expert in the field. Not you this time, Earth Vader. I know you're an expert in the field. But somebody who really knows their biscuits. And for that, it has to be Fresh Drip Art, because nobody's as stoned as you. So when it comes to biscuits, if I put a plate of party rings in front of you, what are you saying?
I'm saying, why do you hate me so much, Dan?
No, you'd eat them. Don't lie.
I probably would afterwards, because I'd be like, you know what? At least he brought them over to me, and I can't be able to move. I'm going to eat them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but I would be thinking initially, damn, this guy hates me to bring me party ring. Do you know?
Maybe if I said to you, look, there wasn't anything else in the all-night garage, and that's all they had. It was either this or pedigree chum.
Well, then I'm gonna have to
Stick the pedigree chum in the microwave and warm it
I
up.
was thinking about putting pedigree chum on top of it in the microwave. Yeah, that might have been better.
You know, when I worked in a 7-Eleven as a very young man, I did the graveyard shift from 11 till 7 in the morning. And we used to have people who didn't have anywhere to live come in and heat their dinner up. And one person did exactly that. He heated up dog food. And I swear the smell of that does not leave the shop. It was just vile. And you just felt sorry for him as well. He was like really apologetic. Sorry, I just can't face it cold. I was like, no, I get that. I do get that.
Yeah. I'd have said take the microwave. You may not be able to plug it in, but you could take the microwave.
Someone actually boiled an egg in the microwave as well, which was even worse. They put a bloody egg in the microwave and the thing exploded, and you just can't get eggs sticky in it. You can't get it out or anything.
Was he feeling a bit rough after that dinner?
I don't know actually. He didn't. It wasn't like a restaurant deal. If you do a really shit pun, I'm just going to ignore it. Can we agree on that as the best strategy? And
I'm just going to stay quiet.
It's for your own good. No biscuits are better than party rings, says Rosie, who is wrong, and not often, but when she is, she's spectacularly wrong. What about this Ballon bloody door?
Hang on, you glitched me out with this. Rosie likes this
Tuesday Club least well-informed football commentary of any football show there is. I'm asking fairly run-of-the-mill questions about the Elite Award in sports, and you're talking about biscuits again. Come on.
I can't understand what Rosie said, because she says they're criminal, which means they're bad, and then she says they're the best. No, biscuits are better than party rings. Oh, no, that's wrong.
So this is a logical fallacy. And what we've discovered here is that she just doesn't like any biscuits.
Okay, so what you're saying is it was nice that Gyökeres got an award.
Okay, that's making my head spin now. No, what I'm saying is that Miss Malia is absolutely right. Shortbread are the best biscuits. Shortbread every day. Okay. What is your favourite biscuits of all time? I think we're on that. The millet's here, thank God. Eating pedigree chum nearly killed me. And I broke my neck trying to lick me. Well, what a way to enter the show. Great to see you, the millet. Just as I was saying, you were about to, raise the caliber of the conversation. Talking about Elite Foxes. Now you just buy into all the marketing. Don't Foxes, just like any other biscuit, but more expensive. I ate a dog biscuit once for a bet. Does that get a shout? It does. What are you talking about? You can't go around eating dog biscuit. Why is someone betting you? I wouldn't bet you wouldn't eat a dog biscuit. I think you would. Carles, can you please raise the bar here? The best biscuits are bourbons, and it's not even debatable. You had this last time. You're just entirely wrong about bourbons. Bourbons are, how to put this? Bourbons are biscuits for very old people.
I'm curious about the millet, actually. Because you say he's trying to lick his nuts. I want to know, did he succeed or not?
No, he nearly broke his neck trying.
Yeah.
Did it stop him, though? Would a broken neck help? I don't know.
I think he probably would, actually. Oh, I could do it now.
Oh, that's better. It's worth it for a little paralysis for the joy. I'm not even going to go down this avenue. I wanted to talk about this Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
No one interested in the Ballon d'Or?
Yes, I'm interested. I'm interested. What you want to say on it?
Well, first of all, shall we start with, did you think the right person won it?
Well, Zanzi, over to you, son.
Oh,
now Zanzi is locked in an online streamer's version of the massive Hobson's Choice. Do I admit I have no idea who won it and thus look like a bit of a wally on a football chat show? Or do I pretend I know who it was and waffle around until someone...
Well, I know who won it. What I was surprised about is that...
Google has stepped in to help him.
That's what I was thinking. You gave him enough time to Google it.
Is Barcelona actually bought him for 135 million in 2017?
Yeah, I really wanted him.
No, he was that expensive.
Yeah, he is. Forgive me, I can probably tell you exactly. I think he's the third most expensive player.
They're saying he's the third most expensive player ever.
Yeah, obviously Neymar's the most expensive. And then Mbappe. So go. Oh no, Isak is now the third most expensive. In fact, Ousmane Dembele is the 13th most expensive.
How much was 13th?
Yeah, he's behind. It was yeah.
So who's the top 10? The full
So
top 10.
it goes the top number one Neymar, then Mbappe from Monaco to PSG for a very confusing 145 million plus 36 million. So you'd say 181 million. Then Alexander Isak 144 million. João Felix was 126. Enzo Fernandez is 100. This is all in euros, by the way, in case you thought I was saying pound sterling. Philip Coutinho is 120. Griezmann is below that, but I haven't put the amount. I'd have to look that up. But yeah, in the lists, Florian Wirtz comes before Moses Caicedo, Declan Rice, Jack Grealish, Lukaku. I think from memory, Ousmane Dembele was under 100 million, or might have been dead on 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I think he's dead on 100 million because it's the same amount as Paul Pogba. Then Bellingham, then Gareth Bale, then Eden Hazard. And then Harry Kane, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Anthony. Oh no, it must be more than 100 million because all of those are 100 million. So somewhere between 160 million, 120 million, but not the most third most expensive player in the world. Although, as I already pointed out, one of them's got add-ons which don't really make a lot of sense. But in any case, Ousmane Dembele, when he was at Dortmund, I was glad we signed Aubameyang. But as somebody who watched German football, I was always smitten with a lot of his goals. When you go back and look at Aubameyang's goals, they are beautifully flighted in from an incredibly talented and much, I thought at the time, overlooked Ousmane Dembele. But then, of course, he went for that massive amount to Barcelona and was constantly injured and never really had a chance to show himself. When he did them dirty because they ended up not netting anything in return for him because he decided to leave instead of signing a new contract. And I feel like that's kind of harsh. But my goodness, since he's been at Paris Saint-Germain, and what's brilliant about it as well, and kind of topical for Arsenal fans, is that this is by no means a striker. He scored 33. No, actually, might be more. It's definitely 33 goals last season. He scored 8 in the Champions League. He scored 21 in the league, albeit Liga and Farmers League. But he's not a striker and he's not a number 9. And he's been repurposed by Luis Enrique and he's been brilliant. And obviously we saw that as well. For me, easily the Ballon d'Or winner, but there is this tinge of frustration that we were nearly in for him a couple of times and it never came to anything. And now I look at it and think, yeah, I was right all along. He's been one of my favourite players since Dortmund days. So yeah, definitely.
Well,
I think
that goes back to when you said it before, when you know a player's good, you just know a player's good.
It's funny because it makes you question it because you're watching it going, everyone's giving Aubameyang loads of credit for this.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch his goals, there's a number of them. They're lovely. There's one I remember, and he did sort of start to do this Barcelona. I don't think anyone knew where to play him. I think at Dortmund at the time, they were very gegenpress, and there was a lot of space in behind that Aubameyang could run into, and his balls into the area and into space were absolutely outstanding. But obviously, if you're at Barcelona and you've got the same problem Arsenal got against a low block, it's probably hard to fit him in so much. But he is one classy football player that was for a long time. Well, he still goes onto the list. I mean, the reason I've compiled this list is because, we talk about who won the transfer window. And sometimes I'm not ready to say Florian Wirtz is going to be a miss. But Neymar, Mbappe, João Felix, Philip Coutinho and Griezmann, who up until Isak and Enzo Fernandez. So, I mean, I'm still Enzo Fernandez as might not be a flop. But really, you wouldn't spend 121 million on a player that just gets you 4th or 5th, would you?
No.
Between it's £250 million Chelsea have spent on their midfield. You'd think they'd have had a little bit of money put aside for a goalkeeper, wouldn't you? But no, spend it all on the midfield and the wingers. See how you get on. There we go. The best biscuits are Bourbons, and it's not even debatable. You're putting dog food on your shopping list for tomorrow. There are mush. I highly recommend it. Lol. What are you talking about now? Jaffa cakes are
ones, I
lush.
think.
Jaffa cakes are not lush, and they're not biscuits, so they do
They're
not
horrible.
deserve to be. They do not deserve to be in this conversation.
Yeah.
The right people never win anything. Win these things. I think Dembele is the right decision. Does anyone disagree?
No.
Considering Henri never won it, the golden balloon is objectively silly. It is. Like,
Of course, yeah.
I like the Michael Owen story when he won it. He'd never heard of it. He genuinely had never heard of it. He got phoned up and got told he's won the Ballon d'Or. And he was like, all right. Is that a good thing? It's like the most amazing thing. A lot of these things have taken up more and more significance in the last 20, 30 years. It's a team game, right? So really, the only trophies that matter are team trophies. I think that's what Thierry Henry has consistently said. He doesn't, I mean, he's won everything he wanted to win, right? So I don't think he lies awake at night staring at his trophy cabinet full of all of the most important trophies you can win in football, including little gold Premier League one, and think, oh, you know, World Cup was great, but if only I'd won a Ballon d'Or, you know, it's just not going to happen, is it? You thinking Port Vale will come away with a win too? No one's thinking that. Hello, by the way, you beauties. Carl S., brilliant to see you, if I didn't say that already. Did you see Noni Madueke? Yeah. Thanks, Idris Adam. Always keeps us on point. It is not an anterior cruciate ligament injury, as was widely reported by everyone in the early part of Monday, but it is still going to keep him out from anything from 6 to 8 weeks. So we get Saka back, we lose Madueke. I think it's a shame. Any talking points around that?
Well, initially we all thought it was actually just a ruse, didn't we? So first of all, let me just apologise on that one, because I generally thought it was just Arteta doing Arteta things, you know.
Still might be.
Sorry?
It might still be, you don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, for 6 weeks, why would he want him out for 6 weeks, though?
Maybe it's the headband. Maybe he's like, I told you, I don't like the headband. And Noni's
I don't like the cut of your jib, Sam.
But it's my personal freedom. Yeah, well, you're injured. He's hit him in the knee with a hammer, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You can say things like that on YouTube. Obviously, that's not libelous or slanderous because everyone knows I'm talking shit. Where are we? Look, a minute. Don't, Rosie. I still have nightmares over Swindon Town. So does everyone who lives there. That was nice. Had an advert come up about farting, for fuck's sake, mate. It says more about you than it does about the show. I'm just saying, all right? Like if your YouTube algorithm knows what you need medication for, then don't point your finger at me.
It's all that cider, isn't it?
If you will drink cider called dog rotter, then you... Or eating those dog biscuits, sorry.
It's true, yeah.
Stay away from those dog biscuits, lad.
The Millet, I love this. Can we talk about this a little bit? That I'm sure Arsenal cursed in the League Cup. We kind of cursed ourselves under Wenger, didn't we? But I do feel like the semi-final against Newcastle, it's too easy to say we didn't try hard enough. We just didn't turn up in either of those two games, and it is frustrating. And God, we need a better performance against Newcastle on Sunday. But I do still feel like we tried our best. I don't think it's reasonable to say that, you know, we weren't trying. But we are cursed. It does feel like we're cursed. Although in saying that, fell out in the final, didn't it? Finals we've been to have been shit. I would probably prefer never to get to another final of the cup if we're going to play like we did in the last two. Good, thanks, Rosie. How's you? Cooked anything wonderful today? I made a casserole topped with sliced potato, like a casserole gratin. Boy Tendio! I never rated Orba, massively overrated player in my opinion. I could hug you, Boy Tendio. Do you know, sometimes you can't say stuff like that, but I kind of feel it as well. He wasn't. I mean, he's better than Lacazette, but I felt like we didn't really. No, I mean, how does everyone else feel about that? Is it just me and Boy Tendio that don't rate Aubameyang that much? I honestly don't really. You know, that's just. It's not something I feel comfortable telling people either.
I need to hear what Zanzi
he wasn't
feels.
the captain.
No, for sure not. No. That killed his game even further, I think, the pressure with that.
Yeah, I don't think it did him any good, certainly.
I mean, he won us our last FA Cup, let's put it that way.
Yeah, and he dropped it.
Yep.
I'm not having that.
There you go. Look, we have a new moderator.
And did you see that David Luiz try and defend it? See, that's how bad you was. You couldn't even defend saving that from falling down, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You was that close. All you had to do is reach out and stop it, but no.
Down and touch. Never dug biscuits. Never tried them. Right, Colles in with Madueke injured. Time to unleash the Dalman. Do you know what? Like in Arteta's press conference, he was talking about that Dalman will get minutes, and it really feels like he's going to be getting minutes tomorrow. Huh? Good thing, bad thing. The one thing that really drove me most mad is I can't remember who put it, but I saw a photo of it might have been one of you guys actually. He put a photo of Eze, Wanyeri, and Miles Lewis-Skelly on the bench, and you just look at it and go, "That's not meant to." All three of them are not meant to be on the bench if Odegaard's injured. You know, we don't have anyone to replace Odegaard, and then they go, "Well, bloody do now, don't we?" Yeah, I am still pissed off about Sunday's game, and it's okay to be pissed off. We're all allowed to be a bit pissed off, and don't try and get me to get over it. Luke Chapman, I misread that. Northampton Town fan, brilliant to have you here. My sister briefly lived in Northampton Town, and I really liked it. So very nice to see you. How's life as a Northampton Town fan?
Cobblers, aren't they?
Is that their nickname?
Aren't they the Cobblers? Luke and other hatters, aren't Northampton the Cobblers?
I don't have to look it up now. We're terrible fans, aren't we, Arsenal fans? Don't know anybody else's traditions or nicknames. Nickname. Right. Well, we shall soon. Thank you, Mrs. Google. The Cobblers. What did you say?
Cobblers.
Well, no, it is. It's true. Thank you.
I just said it.
Oh, yes. This is a double act that will take some replicating. Greetings, everyone. Jose's here, thank goodness. Greetings. And now Anthony's done his. I must type lots of letters. Arsenal have reportedly made no, they haven't made a move to sign Keenan Yildiz, and we wouldn't get him if we did. And this transfer window's closed, and I can't do this. I made broccoli, cauliflower, potato gratin, and had some with chicken and mushroom slice. Gorgeous. Yours sounds smashing, although not nearly as good as yours, Rosie. I think you've one-upped him there. So no one's keeping track of this, Anthony. Can you just write it in one go? Enzo is a flop. If it was Rice doing that, even with him being a DM, the internet wouldn't be able to shut up about it. I agree with you. I put question mark against Enzo Fernandez because I think if Chelsea went on to win the league this season or maybe next season, you could still claim he was a good signing. But as it stands, definitely they spent far too much money on a player who's not that great. Right? He's writing Jose. Oh, I get it now. He's gone, well, that's fucked it, lol. I'll just try writing in one comment. You get one comment here. Love, though. Jose! Hi, mate. Hey, look, this is good. This is what we wanted. Is there a problem with our fitness stuff, endurance training, etc.? Does it seem odd, so many injuries all the time? I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I want to talk about it, actually. Thank you for bringing it up. And Arteta did kind of address this in a press conference. He said that, look, if you looked at the injuries, so he took Martin Odegaard, that's just an unlucky injury, right? He's fallen twice. It can happen, but you can't really prepare for it with fitness. There's nothing you can do. You're not coming out in NFL pads. But, and there are some really unlucky injuries as well. Kai Havertz, maybe not. I couldn't tell you. But he was saying, like, we looked at certain things. I saw Man City have a lot of injuries. There are teams out there with a lot of injuries. You know, I mean, arguably Aston Villa would be doing slightly better if they could be playing some of the players they bought in, you know. Amadou Onana, who has been injured since they signed him. And I thought he looked a really great player. I didn't expect him to be as bad as his injuries have made him. Jadon Sancho's always injured, isn't he? But so lots of teams are having lots of injuries. I do think there is a price to be paid for taking children at 8 years old, training them to be professional footballers, and then making them do it for like 3 times a week. You need to be quicker with years. All good, Rosie. Just sounds like gold. I love that right in the middle of. No, he's gone. Arsenal have reportedly made. You've just written that. Don't catch me out with those. Unless they're super chats. Right, all of this endless stream of letters is great. It's absolutely brilliant. Thanks. Pack it in. Anthony is scared to go on stream, so he's trying to entertain the chat, Adam. He's not scared. He's coming on Thursday. He promised.
He ain't scared at all, is he?
He's not scared. He's not scared of nothing.
I know when Arsenal were looking to upgrade on the person that we can't talk about in defensive midfield, Anana was one I was thinking, oh, he's a good player.
I really, no, absolutely. Obviously, Douglas Luiz was right up there, and it's not worked out for him at Juventus at all. But no, Amadou Onana, it was one of the, I can't remember who it was, but I was speaking to somebody who I really respect, and was like, he's not that good. He's had a good season, but he's not that good. I don't know.
I just know that whenever we played Everton, he always caused us problems in the midfield. I
think he did in one game, definitely. But yeah, my recollection of it is that he was very good. But clearly something's not right there. You know, I think he's been injured for most. He hasn't played, has he? He hasn't played a single. Or not true, actually. I've just looked. Yeah, he has played. He played at the end of. So he hasn't been playing that well either. But I can't remember who it was. I think it was Mark Gold. Somebody on one of the streams actually called him on Talk Sport. Actually called him Andre Onana. Oh, it was the. I know who it was now. I can't remember his name. And they were like, did he just call him? And I put a comment. I'm not even Andre, mate. And it was like, it's the one name you shouldn't call him. Nafe's here. If I was stuck on a deserted island with a tin of corned beef and Michael Owen, I'd eat Michael Owen and talk to the tin of corned beef. He's just so dull, isn't he? I mean, he is. Did anyone else see the interview he gave when he joined Newcastle? It's on my, I don't know, it was on my, I saw it today. It's on the stream. It's him talking to Newcastle about, well, when I left Liverpool, I didn't really want to leave. But if there's one team I was going to leave for, it was Real Madrid, because you kind of got to go to Real Madrid. But all the time I was at Real Madrid, I felt like a Liverpool player because we never played them. And I always felt like a Liverpool player. And if there'd been a chance to go back to Liverpool, I would have done, but I couldn't. So I'm here. And you just think like, that's how you endear yourselves to Geordies. I wouldn't really be here if I didn't have to be, but you're paying and I'll take the money. But has one good season for us, really. I'm surprised how high up he is in our scores chart. I think it was just a really bleak time, isn't it? We were hanging on to anything. He was our good player. I'd always rate Sanchez more highly. Damon wasn't in the under-21s tonight. That's a good sign, that. He'll play him in League Cup.
Aye.
He'll hammer that Port Vale all over the place. Big up, Nate, you fucking legend. Absolutely. You're only annoyed because you care more about your team, but yeah, get over it, mate. Was that something I said? I wouldn't eat corned beef at gunpoint. Corned beef is the party tiny of the biscuit world. She's so riled up there. She's been typing before she's thought that through. I'm going to surprise you all. My FC 25 team are the Natters and Bad Ravers. Corned beef. Bleh. I really like corned beef.
Nice. I don't.
No.
I was waiting for everyone to file out there.
It's not bad if you've got a load of Branston pickle on it just to get rid of the flavour.
I honestly love it. You know what? I eat it. If I make corned beef hash and I have a sly little bit of the corned beef, I love it. I have a tin of corned beef and it's a treat to myself. I love it. I love corned beef. Sponsored by corned beef. I would proudly have the Adams Arms sponsored by corned beef.
So Dan, you like corned beef?
I don't like to talk about it, but yeah, I do love corned beef. I think I'm making quesadillas quick and easy, little tortilla cheese and frying pan, little. Yeah, we can't go wrong, can you?
Wait, Zanzi, did you say you didn't like corned beef?
I didn't like it.
He says he likes it with Branston pickle, which is just wrong.
Oh.
Yeah,
Branston pickle's basically a
well,
dessert.
both are wrong, really, but yeah.
Tinned or fresh meat shouldn't be in a tin or have jelly. All meat has jelly. It's just part of what happens. It's delicious. I have the same feeling as Marmite as I do corned beef. Why do people not like corned beef? I don't know. But I'm very much on my own here. Even we is. I was looking down going, please not. Et tu, Anthony. Not a fan of corned beef. We call it corn dog down south. What do you mean down south? You're up north. You're up north. You're not down south. I'm down south, and we bloody well don't. We call it Princess Corned Beef, and we have our man go and buy it from Fortnum's once a week.
I'd be surprised that they have such a long name, because I'm sure they would just call it corn. That's it.
You know why it's called corned beef? Here's information that never useful. Corn is the Old English word for very small, and it refers to the salt that they put in it. So it's corned because it has little grains of salt in it.
Interesting. Nice.
Yeah. No, nothing to do with corn. I can tell you that. I take it Max Dowman is in the squad. Mikel Arteta tomorrow. It depends. I might put the handbrake on. Oh, don't. He needs to. Oh. He needs to fuck off with that because he was acting like he hadn't heard the expression handbrake off. He was acting like he was surprised everyone said he'd put the handbrake on. What do you mean? I played plenty of attacking players. I played Trossard.
Yeah.
How many attacking players do you need in one team? I've got my 9 defenders, the goalkeeper, and Trossard. That's
I'm
enough.
surprised he never put Kepa up front.
Kepa's playing tomorrow.
Well, he might be up front.
Kepa.
Don't be surprised. As you said, he put the other guy at right back, didn't he?
It should be Wanyeri on the right wing. Do you mean just for tomorrow? Well, you don't mean generally. Obviously, Saka's still better. But yeah, I imagine we've got players that can. It's so irritating, isn't it? Because when Odegaard went out after a similar time of year last year, right, when he got injured against Austria on international duty, and there were a lot of people saying, "Oh, you should play Wanyeri," and a lot of other people going, "You might be a bit young, you might not be ready," and he didn't really. He made all other kinds of arrangements. But this is a different situation a year later. You've got Eze who can play there, Trossard who could have played there, and Wanyeri who could have played there, and you played Mikel Merino. And funnily enough, Merino made one of the passes of the game through the, if Trossard had been slightly better. But overall, when Merino gets the ball in midfield, his first instinct is to try and find his own goalkeeper, and that just slows us down.
Yeah.
If I was Arteta against was it 18th position Port Vale in League One, my front attack would be midfield. I'd have
Zubimendi, Rice, and Merino.
No, not Zubi. I'd have the bloke. I can't remember what his name is.
Win the dog.
Norgard. Good.
I don't know how fit he is, actually. He was another one that picked up a bit of a stress injury.
All right.
Sorry.
But then I'd have Eze and Dowman. And then the attack is going to be Martinelli, Gyökeres, and Ranieri.
Yeah, I mean,
that would scare them.
I think Port Vale if Port Vale aren't already scared, aren't we fucked? Really, here I worry about Sunday.
The thing about that team that Zanzi just said there is he didn't even mention win the dog.
No, I heard you mention it, but we were being kind. We went past it.
I think at the end of the day, would you not rather him than Merino in mid?
No, I would.
Why not?
And also, I think there are FA rules on playing a K9 in the middle.
Yeah.
Moving on, if we may, for your benefit, AFC maintained very strong interest in Lucien. Well, what Idris Adam seems to have failed to grasp, much as we love you, is that time for discussing transfers has now passed. Some 3 weeks hence. Andre ain't even my name, mate. I fucking love that. Everyone calls him Andre. They can't help it. When you think Anana, you think Andre. And then Fresh, how long do you think it'll be before I can type I love hearing opinions of those I don't like comment? Seems deep. Who's the person we can't talk about beginning with P and ending in EY? Popeye. Yay! I was today years old when I found out that Popeye's Chicken actually has a branch in Brighton. Nice. Tumbleweeds, rah, tumbleweeds. Okay, so...
I didn't even know Popeye had a chicken, so I don't know. I've never seen any of his cartoons.
Very famous brand of chicken. Very famous. Very good.
It's not that famous if he doesn't know it.
What, if Zanzi doesn't know it?
Yeah.
No,
mate, that's a broad church of things he doesn't know. I still can't believe Arsenal fans wanted Amadou Onana. I think I did, I think I did. I wanted Douglas Luiz, and he felt like I wanted a defensive midfielder, and I didn't think we would get Zubimendi. No, I'm 39. What was the question that listed the answer? No, I'm 39. And we're turning their noses up at Rice and Zubimendi for Onana. No one was turning it. I thought we were in for Onana after we signed Rice. I don't remember it before. That would have been just stupid. Anthony Herbert says 59 out of 60. Zubimendi will come good. Zubimendi's already come good. I think he's great. Langer, Gordon, and that new striker will make us a Newcastle worthy opponent. You see, he benched them though, didn't he? He had. I mean, I think he's really building up for our game. He had everyone on the bench, it seemed like. And Newcastle, to me, don't hear a lot of people calling Eddie Howe a fraud. I don't know. Is he the right man for that job? If it's been copied and ready to paste, I guess I might. Do you like the voice I'm giving you there, Fresh? No. Rosie, I'm making you Roger Moore, basically.
Go for it.
I just did. Yes, Rosie. Oh. Lol. Zubimendi is already good. Thank you, Boy Tendio. Do you know what I mean? No, I can only see 110% of my screen down. 10%. That's better. Thank you so much. Dan, I liked corned beef. Everyone leaves the chat. Yeah, it's a slow day anyway, so that. I should be allowed to express my love of corned beef. Do you call it corned beef in Canada, Miss Melina? I'm sure you do.
They probably call it shite.
No, that's Scotland. I don't mind corned beef. Not that bad. Not that good. Eat when needed, not when wanted. I've tipped. There was a time where I was right there with you. I'd have gone, corned beef. It's not as good as corned beef you get in the States, in New York. Obviously, that's proper. That's good food. They just do. They do meat better in the States. I think any disagreement with that? Americans know how to make beef definitely better than us. Chris Nix is here with hey sweeties. Hey, how bloody fantasy football legend. This is royalty. Miss Melina, how far up is Chris Nix on your 1 million person league? It's always so it's demoralizing. Even when you have an average or slightly good week and you look in Miss Melina's league and you're like 912. Up 400 places. Fantastic. Zach loves corned beef and he had it regularly in school. His pals always said that he was always on war rations. It's one of them, in it. And he still serve it with those stupid little keys. Oh.
Mind you, what is worse than corned beef is spam.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of spam. I don't like spam. Yeah, spiced ham. Spam, and spam. Spam,
you know what I was
spam,
going for. Yeah.
Carabao Cup, I really don't care. I just, you know what? I have a horrible feeling. Look, we can't turn our noses up at the Carabao because what if that is... I mean, there are people who would be appeased if we won the Carabao Cup this season.
I mean, the thing is, though, if you did win, say, the Champions League or the Premier League, and you took the Carabao Cup, I mean, let's be honest, it's a nice thing to finish with, isn't it?
No, I'm talking about very much on its own. I think
on its own. No.
Would be happy if you win the Champions League or the Premier League. You know, you're not going to get as many people next season going, but you didn't win the League Cup. So yeah, but I just think I find it. 1987, it was a big deal. I was delighted we won it. Fabulous day that was. 1993, we won it. We were still in the FA Cup final, so it wasn't that big a deal, but we were glad to win it. Steve Morrow would have given an arm and a leg to win that and did. And what I think of the League Cup is you shouldn't turn your nose up at any trophy, and it's a great day out and everyone's happy. But I honestly don't think our fan base would be that excited about the League Cup. If we end up third in the league, winning the League Cup, out of the FA Cup in the quarterfinals, and out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals, people are going to call for Arteta's head.
So this is the thing then. So if he does take the Carabao Cup, that people are still going to call for his head, right?
Yeah, I think I might. To be honest, I think I might. I think if he comes back like I just described,
yeah.
If we're out of the, if we're 10 points behind Liverpool in March or end of February and he wins the Carabao Cup, I'm not going to be like, oh, this makes it all better. No, it won't. It won't. Because there's a point where you look at our squad and say, this is a good squad.
Yeah. Well, even really Roy Keane's saying we have a big squad. Well, finally, he's saying it. He said Arsenal finally have a squad to go and win the Premier League. That's what he said.
I agree with him. I think there are managers out there who, if they had this squad, would win the league.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Arne Slot, Pep Guardiola, I think would do it. Luis Enrique, I think would do it. I think
that Alice who does football as well.
Yeah.
She says, look at Arsenal's second string. She says that is good enough to finish in the top 10.
Yeah. I agreed with that. I saw that. I think I only saw a clip of it, but I really like what I've seen of her. And I 100% agreed with it. I think if you looked at it, certainly if you put out, what we're establishing is Kepa, Ben White, Mascara, Hincapié, I'm taking a bit of a guess on, but Calafiori and Hincapié either side, or you could have Miles Lewis-Skelly now as left. If you looked at the defensive midfielder, Norgard, he was captain of a mid-table team on his own right. Controversial now, but I would say Marino is a left 8. And then, probably Ranieri in that attacking midfield role. And then you still have a front 3, like Havertz is still to come back, but if he's fit, and we're talking about if they're fit, then you still have Trossard, you still have Madueke provisionally, or you can mess around with the Eze Ranieri on the right. There is a team there. When you look at our second 11, you think I fancy them to beat Palace. Maybe Palace is a bad example because they're doing so well at the moment, but they definitely beat Wolves. They definitely beat West Ham. I think they'd give Man United a good going over. I can say that because he's not here right now, so I'm not offending anyone. Right, well, I'll catch up with some of these comments because you guys are brilliant. Don't want to leave anyone behind. MLS, 1 year in Damon would be my midfield 3 for Port Vale. I agree. Yeah, do you know how cool would that be if we did see Miles Lewis-Skelly in a midfield position? I would love that. Genuinely love that. Wanyeri, would you play on the 8 and then Dalman and the 8 and Wanyeri in the 10? I know we don't really play in the normal 10, but
I'd put Wanyeri over on the right and put Eze where Rice normally plays.
Okay, yeah, that could work.
Sounds a good shout.
That could work.
Well, I mean, look how we brought Saka into it. He was playing at the back, and then he moved up into the midfield. But he originally, I guess, could play both anyway. So could the same thing happen?
No, he was repurposed. It is very similar, the Miles Lewis-Skelly and Saka kind of thing. And then if you throw into the mix the players who didn't just settle in positions like Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who never liked to be a fullback, and is now playing somewhere in France, I think. I think if you're an intelligent human being, and it's no question in my mind that we're talking about 3 very intelligent young men, then you kind of play wherever you can, right? You play wherever the hell you can if you get a chance to play in a team that's got great players in it. And I think that's what we're looking at tomorrow. Will be really interesting. But I like the idea of playing Miles Lewis-Skelly in midfield.
I'd be interested to see that working out. Yeah.
Where
would you play him, on the wing or middle?
Miles Lewis-Skelly?
Yeah.
No, I'd play him defensive midfield. I'd have him play in that kind of Norgard. I think we're going to see Norgard if he's fit, so probably won't play him there. But let's say Miles Lewis-Skelly in the 8, Wanyeri in the sort of Odegaard position, and Dalman as a wide right. That would be brilliant. I would be really happy about that. So that's definitely not happening. I like this, but I found out something interesting today. A baby on board sticker is not in bragging you have a baby. No. Did you honestly think baby on board, slow down? No, it's if there's an accident, so that the emergency service know to look for a small child. I don't know how often they need the sticker or what the probability is that the sticker will be fine, but the baby, I don't know. Did you see Real Madrid tonight? I didn't. They Getafe tonight. Who did they beat tonight? I didn't see it. I won't pretend I saw it. I can't pretend I saw it.
Smith Rowe scored for Fulham tonight.
Oh, did he? I do.
Yeah.
I'm always going to have a soft spot for Smith Rowe. He's just brilliant.
I love Smith Rowe. I love him, Smith Rowe. Yeah, he's
I think South Africa has better meat products than America, to be honest. I've never been to South Africa. I can absolutely believe it. But I'm talking about really the preparation of it. I'm saying like whenever I've had meat, plus they do massive portions, but they seem to get it absolutely right. And I can only speak to what I've tried. I like the Caribbean and North America for beef. That's where I like my beef. Indonesia, not so much, although they do a good beef dish. Carabao Cup and FA Cup. You're just writing words now. We need to aim to win the Carabao this season, to be frank. I don't want to be frank. Frank can be frank. Spam and corned beef are in the same meat can family. They're not, though, are they? They're different meats. They're just in a can, that's all. Like tuna's the same category, is it? Like that's in a can. Oh, Cole, mate, you're just wrong. Cole, you're wrong, and you've got to come to the Guna Cave and let me make you a Frey Bentos steak and kidney pudding, not pie, a pudding. Oh, just take me back to my childhood. They do.
The last Frey Bentos pie I had, it was just a steak one. we checked how many bits of meat there were in there, and there are 4 bits of meat.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Do you know where the name Frey Bentos comes from?
Spain.
It's a place in Uruguay. Well, it might be Argentina, but it's funny because Ricky Gervais' character in The Office thinks that the Cuban leader is called Frey Bentos. And ale and steak pies or kidney. Oh, mate, don't understand steak and kidney pies. I don't like kidney, but I love a steak and kidney.
I can't stand kidney.
I do like
poke it.
Oh, I love it, man. Arsenal never entered the League Cup until 1966. Yeah. To be fair, though, that is the better part of 58 years, and we've won it twice. We're not doing good. We should treat the Caravan Cup like Wenger did and just play reserves in it for a run. I agree with that till you get to the semis or quarterfinals. How's that? Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Don't like pies. Anthony Herbert says he's just trying to be controversial now before Thursday, so we don't invite him on. Don't be silly. Yes, you do. Sean Dyche could win the league with our squad is a great comment. There was a comparison to Sean Dyche in the kind of slightly defensive midfield that he put out. Chris Nix, Pie and Mash is incredible to be old school pie and mash shop. Plus the bird there working as a great personality. That's all I noticed. Do you know what? Manzi's, when I lived in South London, good old fashioned pie and mash and liquor. I wasn't brought up on it, but I do love it.
Yeah, I remember my nan taking me to a shop one day and she asked me what I wanted. I said, I'll just have mash and pie, and there was this green stuff all over it. I was like, what is that?
Liquor.
Yeah, I know. And I tasted it. I was like, I can't eat that.
It's just parsley, mate. What are you worried about? Parsley and eel juice.
So I parsleyed it over to her to eat.
How can you not like parsley? Parsley is delicious. Don't be so honestly. Don't relish in your lack of culture.
I just don't like the sauce. What?
Parsley sauce with a bit of eel juice. What's not to like?
Zanzi, do you like that liquor stuff?
Never tried it, but if someone put it on my plate, I'd look at it and think, excuse me, someone's just been sick on there.
There you go. There you go.
It looks like parsley sauce. Like if you had a nice bit of cod in a French restaurant and they put parsley butter sauce on it.
How many times you keep saying parsley, that keeps making it worse.
No, parsley's nice. It's a delicious herb.
Parsley. No,
you've got Anthony going. You never like them. You never like them. I went for proper traditional pie and mash last Friday. Beautiful. Where do you get it, Cole? Where is it? Because I sold a van to a guy with a pie and mash shop, an old fashioned one, been going for 100 odd years in Christ, what's a small town in Essex? I can't remember what it was called now. I know there's a few in Islington still. There's a few in there's one in Shoreditch, which is decent. But you don't get them so much anymore. And speaking of, we used to get mince pies with mashed potato and beans on top in the bakers. Yeah. It's not the same. That's not as good. I'm making potato top pies tomorrow. Don't make me hungry. Mince pies. I don't think she means like the Christmas ones. Yeah, she goes, Belle's not the ones you get for Christmas. Hey, Box Fresh. Great to see you. What's going on down the chat? Would you believe it? We're talking about food. It's only taken us an hour today. We're talking about, can you let me know your thoughts? I know you're a bit of a gourmand, but can you tell me what you think of corned beef? I know I'm going to be the only one here, aren't I? I'm going to be the only one.
No, you had someone else in there that liked it as well. Who was it?
Malia said she didn't. Was it Malia didn't like it? I can't remember now. Yeah,
someone said in there with
I
you.
Wouldn't take. My favourite comment was, if I was on a desert island with Michael Owen and a can of corned beef.
Yeah, that was
Michael Owen.
Nathan.
I know. That's definitely the best. Definitely the best.
He's a bloody legend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where is he?
They all are. Look at them. We fucking love them here. This is my favourite pub. Chill Stream. Absolutely. This is a place where you can still get on with people and disagree and have a bit of a laugh. You are allowed to vent and rant and rave about Mikel Arteta from time to time because, let's be honest, you'd have to be a saint not to be pissed off with him sometimes. Right. Is this an age thing or Mandela effect thing? I've only noticed recently people talking positions in terms of numbers. He's an 8. No, you're absolutely right. It did not used to be that way. It didn't used to be that way. 8 didn't used to be there. It comes from a change in the formations, actually. Yeah. So it is different. People do talk about 8s and 10s differently because, of course, in a standard 4-4-2, the 10 would have been just behind the 9, right? So it is different. Like the kind of that changed in the 90s or later even. So, yeah, you are absolutely right. It was different before. Brighton, anyone see that? I think he scored 4 in the end, but the 3 goals I saw Gomez score, this guy they've signed from Inter Miami, he looks good. They paid like 14 million for him. I'll have a double Captain Morgan's on ice. Leave the Coke. Captain Morgan.
Was the first highest player in the Premier League back in the day Alan Shearer when he made that move to Newcastle? Was he the first one?
First what?
Like the first big money signing within the Premier League. It was Alan. Who was it?
Well, Chris Sutton was a big money move. Dennis Bergkamp was considered a big money move. Yeah,
but
it went up
really 7.5, wasn't he?
That was a lot of money back then. When you think before that we'd spent 2.5 million, it went up really quickly. Alan Shearer was a record, but Rio Ferdinand was a record. I think Rio Ferdinand went for more money than Alan Shearer. Am I wrong?
That was from West Ham, wasn't it? From West Ham?
Well, it's when he went to Leeds, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They were spending money for fun back then. Alan Smith went for 7 million. So the biggest money players, I mean, the big signings I do remember Alan Shearer. It was just the way that the Geordies turned up to embrace him. It was like a proper.
Yeah, they just snatched him from Blackburn, wasn't it?
And yeah, I mean, well, no, he kind of left Blackburn after a while. I think he was always going to, if he could go back to Newcastle, he was always going to do it. It's, hometown club. So kidney. I get it. I would never sit down and eat kidneys, deviled or otherwise. But if you put them in a steak and kidney pie, it does something amazing to it. Office UK is not gone anywhere. You can still watch it on iPlayer. So yes, Arteta made the wrong lineup, but give the guy a break. Socials are so knee-jerk. Yes, that's true. That is true. I think I'm going to play devil's advocate though, because I love that you said that and you kept it kind of, first of all, no one can disagree that social media is too knee-jerk. There's no disagreeing with that at all, especially when you see the outpouring of like people using terms like disgrace and criminal. It's just nonsense. But at the same time, even I would say I'm, on the fence with Arteta, and I don't have an axe to grind. I don't think he's the worst thing ever. I don't think he's a psychopath or any of the things that people say about him. But he does frustrate the shit out of me from time to time by doing things which, to me, if everybody in the world is going, what is that lineup? And then at the end of the game, you didn't have enough attacking penetration, then you probably have to own that.
Do you think anyone's there saying to him, Guy, why is Eze not starting? Why is Trossard starting? Just wondering if anyone actually is there confronting him with that.
He had reasons. But I've said this for a while. Right. You can all back me up. You've heard me. I would like him to have an assistant manager who he really someone who could really bring a bit
Like
more
a Pat
experience.
Rice to Arsene Wenger is what we need, isn't it?
Well, Pat Rice was more understood Arsenal in a way that Arsene Wenger didn't at the time, and obviously knew football and knows football better than most people alive. But I'm thinking more of someone like, just a really older head. What if Arsene Wenger was the assistant manager? That might not work, but somebody who Arteta, because I do think you've made a really important point there, Fresh. Like when you announce that lineup, surely Albert Stuiffenberg goes. Don't we need some creative players if we want to score goals?
Yeah,
no, it's fine. We've got Trossard. Goes, look, Mikel, I've always loved you.
Yeah.
You're a great guy, but you can't play.
What's
Trossard.
he done? Yeah, exactly.
If Trossard was good on the left wing, we'd have noticed by now. You've tried him often enough. It never worked. Let it go.
And you've started it many a times and it's not worked. So,
If he'd started Martinelli, I would have been less pissed off. But the real pisser for me, and I will say this over and over again, even though it's the Eze on the bench.
I know.
This
I can't
is the
understand
exact game that you sign Eberechi Eze for. Like, look what he did to Man City in the FA Cup. He is exactly the sort of player they don't want to line up against.
Exactly. And as you said, Saka should have started as well. So that would have been
I don't know, because I don't know how long. Yeah, I would have started Saka. But
if he was going to play, then he might as well have just started, like you said.
Yeah. But for me, I can understand if he's a bit worried about Saka's return to fitness. I can't understand.
But he played him anyway. So if he was that worried...
We had to in the second half. He was, he's obviously fit enough to play a half. But you're trying to sidetrack me to the Saka conversation. As I said, this is really, for me, it's entirely about what the hell is Eberechi Eze doing on the bench. And we saw when he came on, he game changer. So he could have been doing that from the first half. Yeah. Steak and kidney is the best pie. I think it might be, chicken and mushrooms up there. Someone should make a kidney pie that wouldn't bring money. That really would not work. I bet they have. No, not for me. Classic, can't go wrong with a steak and kidney. Absolutely agree. See, people who know.
I noticed Box never replied to you about the corned beef.
I think he's still mulling it over.
Yeah.
I'm getting a girlfriend soon. That's one of the most charming and yet heartbreakingly sad posts I've ever seen on this channel.
Is he waiting for it to arrive in the post?
I am starting to wonder, like, is this something that somebody at a fair has told you, or a fortune cookie, or have you made plans to woo somebody? Tell us more, but not too much. I don't want to be an accessory. Lol, Megan Flex has replied to your emails, Adam. Has Megan Fox replied to your emails? Yes, probably has. Jerk chicken with, what is that? Rice. Okay, I think that's a bowl of rice, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. To be honest with you, jerk chicken with anything. I made a pie once in school. My mate threw it in some poor girl's face and he got suspended. Please don't tell me it was a steak and kidney pie, because that's just a terrible waste of a pie. And you either suspended him for wasting food. Curry goat, and now we're talking, mate, one of my favourite things, curry goat. Good curry goat, rice and peas every day, and coleslaw on the side. Oh,
Yum.
God, that is some great food right there.
Rad.
No interest in parsley. Scottish people don't have parsley though, do they? It's too green. Can't deep fry it, although you can actually. Do you know what, Jose? McDonald's. I had a McDonald's on the weekend. They've started doing the Philly cheese stack over here, and it's just McDonald's, isn't it? Da, 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 da. Parsley is pretty inoffensive. I mean, if you get pissed off by parsley, I mean, that is weird. Kind of a lunatic is it? Fresh. What kind of a madman finds parsley offensive? What kind of a lunatic escaped from an asylum somewhere near us would claim that?
Me.
Yeah. There's
only me, boy.
There's a few, but there's a famous one in Walton on the Naze we drove to, only does pie and mash, always packed. You know what? Blokes my age and older, pie and mash is just an institution. Pie and mash, chili, vinegar, turn the pies up. You've got to turn the pie upside down. You can't have... And yes, it's lovely. And then some jelly deals to make me gag. What did you order? Yeah, Jose, tell us what you ordered. 2 pie mash and liquor, absolutely. 1 if you're a lady, but if you're a gentleman, it's 2 pie, 2 mash and liquor. All day, every day. Jamie, see you face Carragher, Gary Neville and Roy Keane, all the narrative and tone, a large majority, all of it. Mikel knew 10 minutes in, he'd be too cautious in the mid. I think he did. Look, one thing you can say for absolute definite is Mikel Arteta realised at half time he needed to be a little less cagey. I mean, all right, we're going for the win there. I think in isolation, if this was the first time I'd ever thought Mikel Arteta was too cautious, I probably wouldn't have been as upset about it. But there are so many times where you think, oh, come on, man. Like, you know, there are so many times. I don't think anyone's seriously going to stand in a debate on the side of, you know, Mikel Arteta is brave. You're either going to say he's intelligent, he's cautious, he's tactical, he thinks about the other teams. He's built, arguably, listen, it could be that he's built us the best defence we've ever had.
He's certainly built a strong defence. There's no denying that, but I'm sure he's certainly built a strong
2 goals in 5 games. 1 was a world against Szoboszlai. 1 was a goal by the, you know, most informed, well, probably the best striker in the world on form.
Yeah. And we didn't lose that game.
We didn't lose that game, but I'm just saying 2 goals, 5 games, away to Man United, you know, home to Manchester City, Leeds and Nottingham Forest. Maybe you wouldn't expect us, but just we are so solid at the back, arguably the best ever defence. And yet, with a defence that strong, I think you can just take more risks up front.
Yeah,
well, you have to.
I mean, you think at home you have to, right?
Yeah. You have to win your home games. You have to win your home games. I don't care who you're playing. You have to win your home games.
Exactly. If you don't go all out away, you've got to at least go for it at home. Surely you've got the whole fans behind you. It's your home. You've got to go for it. And you've got players like Eze to go on there and do the job.
Nath, were you there on Sunday? What were the fans? Because I've heard mixed reports about fans. Personally, when I always think the fans are brilliant at the moment, and they do get in it. But it is hard. Listen, it's so draws the life out of you, doesn't it? When you're coming to a game and you're like, I'm excited, and you go, Marino, Trossard, this is how we won the summer transfer window. What? Like what did we spend 300 million or not? Like, can we?
Don't try and make sense of it, Dan. You'll glitch out like the rest of us.
You know what? Like, it's fine if Arteta had come out and go, do you know what? I was too cautious. But instead, he does these kind of press conferences like, you think that, but I don't know why you think that, you know?
Yeah.
You go, you do know why we think that, because everybody before the game was saying that's too cautious, we won't have enough attacking potency. And we didn't until you changed your selection at half-time, and then we did. So you can't pretend you can't agree with us. You can't just come out. I wish people these days were more inclined to say,
you got it wrong, innit?
What's wrong with that? No one gets it right.
I see other managers say, you know, oh, this one, I got it wrong today, you know, and it's just like, well, okay, at least you admitted it. Don't sit there telling us a news story that we all clearly saw ourselves.
It's a lack of confidence, isn't it? It's people who aren't confident, 100% confident in themselves. Like Pep's always coming out and doing the opposite, going, yeah, I fucked up. I'm terrible. I don't know what to do.
There you go.
Because he's got so many trophies. Everyone goes, no, Pep, you are a one. Jerk chicken or Pizza Express? No. Pep with his 5 at the back, lowest possession recorded ever for and we knew it as well. No one thought that Pep was coming at us in that game. So why did we need those 3 midfielders? Those, I've heard them uncharitably referred to as fridges, and I hate to say it, but you get why, don't you? A bacon quarter pounder meal, Rosie. Is that with a milkshake, or are you going for a soft drink that's on? Because you've got to go milkshake. The whole point of McDonald's is the milkshakes. Trevor Francis, 1 million.
What's your favourite flavour of the milkshakes, bro?
It is Trevor Francis, I think.
Trevor Francis milkshake.
Danzy, I'm trying to wind him up because he's stoned.
No, that's why I was just like, I'm sitting there thinking, I did ask the right question, right? I had to literally almost I had to do like a recheck. Like, I did say the right thing, right?
Every now and again, this is what I'm saying. We're going to throw them in there for you every now and again. Favourite chocolate. We have this debate in the house every time. me and the youngest, chocolate. the oldest, and his mum. I might got that wrong again. I always get it wrong. One
so
of them.
Do you get that cosmopolitan, is it called, where you got all 3 different flavors in, or do
No,
you think
no,
F that? Okay.
Never done that. But on Sunday, which is going to be the last McDonald's we have for a while, the missus did throw caution to the wind and have a vanilla.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's never exciting, is it?
No. Did she not even add any kind of sauce or hundreds and thousands? And
No.
That's just
Where do
crazy.
you live? Our McDonald's don't offer you that. It goes, do you want
What? No, these are the things you have at home, bruv. Well,
oh, no, we don't.
Oh, right. Okay.
Willy Wonka.
Well, I would bring some over to you when I come over the next time.
Yeah, bring them over, but make sure you bring the weed, obviously. But do bring the accoutrements as well.
I'll bring everything with me. Don't worry.
How can you have milkshake and hundreds and thousands in the milkshake? Because they just get stuck in the drawer at the end, wouldn't they?
We were talking about ice cream at this point, Zanzi.
No,
you weren't. You're talking about milkshakes.
Right, that's it. I'm going home. I'm going home, mate. Chat's been wonderful.
No,
I'm obviously
no one's mentioned ice cream yet.
Well, all right.
No, it wouldn't even be ice cream at McDonald's. It would be a McFlurry. They can't legally.
Beckaroo.
They do good McFlurries, though. I will say that.
I noticed that when Fresh goes, "Oh, I'm feeling mental," and he starts speaking like a Bristolian.
It's mad, isn't it? It's almost like Anthony jumps into my brain. I'm going to make him say something stupid.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You know,
Can I just have an interval here?
Sorry, Anthony.
Yeah, sorry.
Hang on.
I didn't really watch BBC. I'll be honest with you. I didn't really watch a lot of ITV, BBC, and that. I just what
every time. Love his voice. I can't wait to see him on Thursday. He's promised. Okay. Because everyone knew he was going to come and park the bus. Do me a favor. Yeah. Mate, if you're being sarcastic, everyone knew he was going to come and park that bus. I called it. I said he'd get 34% possession. So if I can see it coming, Pep's been doing that to us for a couple of years now. He doesn't. Yeah. So anyway, but I love kidney just on its own. Grilled kidney, some salt and pepper. I'm laughing. I know people who do. Most chefs do. Most chefs I know do. I'm all out of breaks when it's a repeat offence. Yeah. It is a repeat offence. Like, I'm not, like, as everyone knows, I'm not like, oh, this manager or whatever. But there are times it's okay to say when he drives you up the wall, and he did on Sunday. 3 points in that game is massive because it effectively ends Manchester City's title charge. And I don't give a shit how many people try and tell me, oh, it's only September. The average number of games lost by a Premier League winning team in the last 32 years of the Premier League is 4. It's actually 4.2. So if you've lost 3 and it's not October yet, what's your probability realistically of winning the league? 32 years, and the average, the most that any team's ever lost by is in 1995, 7. Right? In the last 10 years, no team has lost more than 6 games and won the league. So he would have lost half that many in the first 5 games, would have been done. Instead now, they're still alive. Apparently, when any other team brings in 6 in their transition and it takes time, Arteta, nope, got to make it work game week 2 or we call for your head.
Sorry.
I don't think any other team brings in 6 and they're in transition. Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. No, I do accept that there are players who still need to bed in. I think there's a lot of people that are already making opinions about Gyökeres and Noni Madueke and Eze. But I think that even if you didn't bring in new players, Nwaneri could have started. Why didn't Nwaneri start instead of Marino? Isn't Nwaneri the young guy coming through? Have we not seen enough of Nwaneri to give him a chance in that game? Because I can understand if you're going to oppose that opinion by saying, "Oh, Nwaneri is still a young player; it's a big event and things." I get that, but we've seen Marino not work in that position enough now to know that it's unlikely he's suddenly going to dominate the game. It is frustrating though because it's such a game of fine margins. I'm not trying to be Arteta here, but I will say this: there is a pass that Marino makes for once, where he's forward thinking and he passes it forward really quickly into Trossard. Trossard doesn't get there and it doesn't lead to anything. If that goes in, then Arteta's a genius. So the line is pretty thin, but not to go on endlessly about it. All I'm saying is that if the wave of Arsenal fans before kickoff going, why is he doing this? If we win that game, they're not going to be going, they're just going to be going, I was wrong, he was right. And a lot of them will be going, I knew it all along. But the point about being in charge of making these decisions, if you make them and it doesn't work out, you have to own it. And I don't feel like he owned it. And when you don't own it, it makes me think, come the Newcastle game, I don't want to see Marino, Zubimendi and Declan Rice. Does anyone here think we should go to Newcastle with arrested Joe Linton, Guimaraes?
But this is what worries me about Arteta. I think he thinks Rice and Marino can play attacking and are attackers as well, which is why he keeps using them. That's the only other reason I know if
Marino's a box crasher, and I think that he's definitely got something about him. And I don't dislike him as a player. I think he's great, but I'm just not feeling that midfield trio at home when you're going for a win. Rosie says, nice, I wanted to try the Big Arch, but missed my chance. Gone now. It's been a long time, but love Big Mac meal, chocolate milkshake and sweet curry dip. The Big Arch was good, man. It's just a bigger Big Mac, isn't it? Arteta picks the wrong lineups on a consistent basis. I don't know if I'd agree with consistent, but I definitely agree with he does it more often than I'd like. He definitely did it. We can start from the agreement of saying he definitely did it on Sunday, can't we? Does anyone think that was the right midfield lineup? I think Mikel was how defensive City were. I don't think he was. I honestly don't think he was.
He just needs to stop messing around with the team.
He had the wrong lineup for Liverpool and he had the wrong lineup for City. That's what I say.
You thought he had the right lineup for Liverpool and the wrong lineup for City?
No, wrong for both of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. So that's consistent. So that does make Jose right. I mean, you can't, nearly got away with it at Liverpool, didn't get away with it against Man City. Kidney's got the minerals. As a Jamaican background, my mum's fed me liver and kidney from young, bless her. I was fed liver from a very young age. I just could never keep it down. This is one food I can't eat. Nave says, all these years, everybody having a pop at him, saying he's trying to be like Pep, and he's still got blueprints and hallmarks of Diego Simeone, not Pep. I want to see him. People go right overboard on Arsenal, and it's part of the narrative. We have had some outstanding games, but I think it's true that we play better when teams try and come on to us and try and attack us. Where we may be not quite there yet is in teams defending. And that is why I was so pleased with our summer transfer window, because I thought at last we've got the kind of player. I've said it so many times. Eze gives you something else. Somebody will run with the ball. His pass to Martinelli, and I'm taking nothing away from the touch and finish of Martinelli, is just beautiful. But there were very few players in our team that would have tried to make that pass. And I accept that. I don't know what Man City were doing that high up the pitch. It was stupid.
But to see that pass and that far back, how Eze was to even try that and go, I can see Martinelli and he played the timing of it
right and get everything right. Yeah,
it was inch perfect. It was, and as you say, nothing to take away from Nelly because he controlled it well and took it.
And here's the talking point I would introduce it as: if you weren't pissed off before the match at that lineup, if you thought, do you know what, I'll trust Arteta and see what happens. If the right thing to do was play Marino, bench Eze, and have Trossard on, we watched 45 minutes of it not being the right thing to do. And then if he brought Eze on and he hadn't done anything, then you could still make the case, well, what's the difference? But when you actually play the team we all wanted to see in the second half, and you get more possession, more penetration, and finally score a goal, then it makes all the people who were vocal about the lineup before the match. And this is the thing. No one can say it was wise after the event, because I was on Deluded Gunner's stream and everyone was saying it. And he was trying to say, come on, guys, let's stay positive. And everybody, and all I said was, this is exactly the game that we bought Eze for. So what's he doing on the bench and why is Marino playing? And if it's an injury, I get it, but then play Wanyeri. The problem wasn't that he played Marino. It was he didn't play Eze or Wanyeri. And Trossard made no sense to me. And I have to say, I've got a real problem with Trossard at the moment. Because in the build-up to that goal, he's sort of standing back like that, doesn't get involved. He offers you nothing in winning duels. He's not taking on his man. He gets caught up really easily. There was 2 times in the first 15 minutes where he ran up against... There was a Kuzanov ran next to him. He fell over and he's looking to the referee. And it's like, this is a 20-year-old kid, man. Like, he ran next to you. He didn't even touch you. You can't be falling over as much as that. But he was. Anyway, I've just realised I've been wittering on and I'm going to race through the comments because that's where the genius is. We should start a petition to bring the big arch back. Petition's a dirty word. We don't get the sweet curry dip here, Rosie. What? Absolutely spot on, mate. It's my favourite. Don't really like Domino's, but love the garlic and herb. I do love their garlic and herb dip. Big arch is banging. Adam waiting for a girlfriend to download. I'd have said it if I thought of it. Big up all the chat. Enjoy your time here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I find her in TikTok. Well said. Well said, Adam. We got super date tomorrow. Super. Who is scoring tomorrow? Apparently, Tidrisadam.
Yeah.
Box fresh. I don't think Arteta has used anyone's blueprint, to be fair. We play a distinct game, not far off those you mentioned, but still his own. I still think there's a little bit more that he can. If he's worked to build such a solid base to attack from, and at times it is great to watch, and he builds great squad harmony, but I think there's still a distance to go, which is fine. You know, he's 6 years into his career. It's okay. I think we stick and hope, and we might see something really beautiful. Hopefully this season. I don't know how much more time he's going to get, to be fair. He's taking it to Nando's. Of course you are, mate. Box rush, it's pretty simple. We do not lose. The defense he's built, arguably best in the world. Yes. I'd love to see someone deny that. Well, who's got a better defense in world football than us?
Well, we've got 2 amazing defenses, shall I say, back lines.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, sorry. We've got, listen, Ben White, Timber, it's a tough call. Calafiori, Miles Lewis, Skelly, it's a tough call. Hincapié, I haven't seen yet, but he's apparently decent on the left. Gabriel and Saliba first choice all day. And then Mosquera comes in and makes you think, hang on.
That's what I'm saying. There's 2.
We've got cover in the back 4. We're sorted and they're interchangeably good. They come and do really well. He's got Zubamendi, who I think the world of at the moment. I'm right on that hype train. I love Saka. When Martinelli comes and does something like that, it's great. I will give Gyökeres I'll give Gyökeres a season, even if he doesn't hit the scoring charts like everyone wants him to. I will give him a season for his attitude and mentality and his fight. And you know, there are players around that I just. Eberechi Eze is a player that can be transformative if used correctly. I still have all the time in the world for Martin Odegaard. I'm not one of these people who thinks
I genuinely think Eze will unlock Gyökeres.
I think so. Well, I really do. I was just thinking Arteta's some kind of manager as he was a player. Yeah, in a way, slightly. Yeah, I do think that. I do.
Well, if you think of that goal that Martinelli scored and Eze played it, if you think the amount of times Eze's going to look for Gyökeres, and he's tall as well, so
I would love to see.
Imagine how many balls he will play over the top to Gyökeres.
I would really love to see. I'd love to see. Let's say Martinelli finds some form now. All right, which is not a big stretch. He looks like he's totally. I think confidence was his problem. I think confidence was Odegaard's problem. But if they found some confidence now, right?
Yeah.
So you started with Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, and Gyökeres in the middle. Let's say you had Eze and Odegaard with Declan Rice or Zubamendi. You'd have to swap one of them out. But you just, on some games, you just go for it, right? Then I think that's a lot of attacking players on a pitch, but a back 5 that could probably defend well enough to get away with it.
I mean, I would actually keep Zubamendi on.
Rice or Zubamendi, I don't know, but
you bring Rice on like when the team's knackered, isn't it? And
it's tough one because I play Rice every game and Zubamendi, but that double pivot only really allows you one of Odegaard and Eze.
Exactly.
So maybe that is it. Maybe we start with Odegaard and bring Eze on, but like if Odegaard's not fit, it's not the same at all, is it?
No.
In fact, someone makes themselves useful and tells me how much Mikel has spent on that defense. Fuck all. He spent, if you count, 50 million for Ben White. Ewan Timber was 40 million. I want to say
38 something plus add-ons. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It was.
So we're at, let's say now we're at 90 million for those two. Saliba wasn't an Arteta signing, but that was 28 million, 27 million or something, wasn't it? So you're about 105 million. Now Gabriel was 25 million. About 150 million. Mars Skelly comes through the thing. Calafiori was 35 million. So you're under 200 million for a back four, and David Raya just about 210 million for arguably the best. I mean, if it was as easy as that, look how many teams would be doing it.
I'm still so shocked that we got Mascara for 13 mil.
I know.
It's absurd. It is absurd. And what I find funny is when Lee Gunner was saying he's not that good, I don't see why it's good business. And Gal was saying, well, it's got to be good business because loads of teams wanted him and he's only 13 million. Well, it could be shit. He isn't, though, is he?
No.
Bournemouth selling their best defenders to PSG, Real and Liverpool and third in the Premier League is incredible. Iraola is incredible. I love that he never complains. He doesn't fret and fuss. He just goes about his business. There's a really good spirit there. I mean, they have literally been gutted and come back and not missed a beat. They're going to be an attractive team this season as well. Hopefully, continue to be. A few groans because we didn't go and grab the winner after the equaliser. So, Neff, thanks for bringing this up because this fucking pisses me off. Excuse my language. All these fucking people going, why didn't he grab the ball and run back? It doesn't matter. They add the time on anyway, right? He scored in the 93rd minute. Please let us celebrate that. Well, the fans can celebrate, but the players shouldn't. Why? What a crock of shit. Oh, my God. Who else has ever had to deal with that? Man City, when they scored the equaliser against us, Erling Haaland's throwing the ball at Gabriel and running around and doing all that. No one said a fucking thing.
They did a timer on those two the other day.
Huh?
They did a timer on those two the other day, and guess who lost? City.
What, in terms of celebrating?
Yeah, the amount of time that they celebrated.
Shane Dooner saying this morning he ran a copy of Arteta celebrating and Pep Guardiola celebrating, and I'm like, you do realise that Pep Guardiola has scored an equaliser at home against 10-man Arsenal. We've been down to 10 men for 49 minutes, 54 minutes, and that's not the same. You wouldn't celebrate that as much. You'd be a bit more relieved. And I am sick to the fucking teeth of people expecting to be able to tell other people how to celebrate. Be honest. I'll be honest. I actually said to myself throughout the game, if we score an equaliser, I'm not going to celebrate because I'm so pissed off. But when that goal goes in and it's Martinelli's wonder goal, I celebrated. I jumped up and down. So what am I supposed to do now? Say to the players, you're not allowed to jump up and down. Behave yourself. Anyone who wants to make that point should be making it through a smile because that's a wind-up every time. Right, Razor, I'm off. Been working a loft conversion day. Early start tomorrow. Hate fixing people fuck-ups, but hey-ho. It is good business, though, isn't it? If everybody knew how to do their own loft, you'd be left with all the shittier jobs. But, Anthony, look forward to seeing you on here on Thursday. Don't let me down.
Bring them arms.
Yeah.
You're making it a bit fruity now. So don't worry, Anthony. I'll look after you. You can be in the middle. Good night. Our boy Max will score tomorrow. Wouldn't that be brilliant? At least he'll probably win a penalty, won't he? There was a good goal check. There was a goal check by VAR. So whether they picked the ball straight up and ran back to the centre or not. Thank you. A brilliant point. A fucking brilliant point. Even if they... And also... Notwithstanding the fact that two City players were bundling, I can't remember which of our players were trying to get the ball.
It was Zubimendi.
Right.
They kept
so you
pushing
couldn't
down
even
on
get
the floor.
Ball off them anyway.
Yeah,
there was someone trying to get the ball, and nothing
Mhm.
was said about that. But there was a goal check. So brilliant point. People don't want logical, well-made points. They just go, Arsenal celebrated. Well, they're not allowed to.
Yeah.
Score predictions for tomorrow. What Port Vale's form like?
Well, then 18th, I think they've got half the amount of points.
I don't know. Come on.
They've got 8 points, which is half of what Barnsley have got. and Brighton just stuffed Barnsley 6-0, same league. So if we can't go out and put 6 past Port Vale tomorrow night, we're not as good as Brighton.
My boss has gone, Nath, 240 million. Only team that spent more on its I think you're talking about spent more on its defence is Man City. I don't think that's true, because if Maguire was 70 million, how have they not spent? Come on. I think it depends who. Look, honestly. Oh my goodness, Rosie's going. Right, put the 15-minute clock on. I'm not sticking around, Rosie, thanks for tonight. You're brilliant.
Good night, Rosie.
240 million, only one higher is Man City. 3-0 tomorrow. Take care, Rosie. Box fresh. This is true. It's 100%. It's the best comment. I swear to God. Why aren't people saying that on these fucking panel shows I watch on YouTube? Where they're going, yeah, do you think Arsenal celebrate too much? They had the fucking time on anyway. Like, what?
So his passion.
Do you think that Pep Guardiola deserves a bit of a mention for taking his entire front line off on the 70th minute, or is that like apparently we weren't going for it enough? Yeah, little bollocks! Look at this.
Yeah, little bollocks. Yeah.
Right. Further comments to be read. Am I being sarcastic? That's the lowest possession for a Pep Guardiola team ever. I knew they'd show some respect, but I thought they'd at least have a go play counter. Yeah, I just thought they were. I literally got it right, and I don't always get it right, so I got that right. I honestly, that's why I say, like, we need to be better at breaking down a low block. Play like Eze. If you're a defender, he's what you don't want having the ball in front of you. Because he'll run at you with the ball or he'll pass it. He has options. Martinelli, I think we all know what he's going to do on the left wing. He'll get his nut down and run forward till he sees the white line, right?
Yeah.
You can defend against that. Trossard's like passing me the fucking football. If I've walked to get it, I have to have a rest. Marino, every time he gets a ball, it's like David Raya shouted for him. And he's like, what? There is a point here where you need something different, and we are at times stupidly predictable. I'm taking my girlfriend out for dinner tomorrow. I think you mentioned it was going to be the old Nando's. Nothing says I'm a man of substance like Nando's. Treat her like a queen she is. I would prefer not to overplay Gyökeres. I think we're just in that situation where we don't have Havertz. Would you want Marino up front again? Were you saying you wouldn't play him tomorrow? I probably wouldn't play. I don't know, actually, because one thing, you might get some confidence out of it. Thoughts on Gyökeres tomorrow night?
Yep, I'll play him.
Yeah, he has to play. I mean, he's got to. He's only just come into the squad, so whoever he plays with, he's still got to be playing all the time.
I don't know. Do you need him playing tomorrow and Sunday?
Well, I mean, if he needs to get his fitness levels up again for us, then yeah.
I don't think I'd play him.
Oh,
Did you notice at times we were playing a 2-3-5 formation with Calafiori and Timber as inside forwards? Yeah. I think one of the problems was that when Calafiori burst forward and his cross into the box was fucking terrible.
Yeah. Well,
and then the ball gets headed up in the air by Zubamendi. There's like 3 or 4 players around it. Erling Haaland, to his credit, who stand. Gabriel and Erling Haaland go into the ball. Erling Haaland delivers it to Reinders. I will say that Gabriel was miles behind the pace of Erling Haaland, and you would hope they were level, and then Erling Haaland was miles ahead of him. Saliba and, at that point, Timber and Saliba, the 2 right-sided defenders, have to pull across. No Gabriel, no Calafiori there, and we got caught. And I don't mind getting caught on a sucker punch. If we had a more attacking-minded team on the pitch, we might well have levelled it at half-time and then gone on for a win in the second half. But no.
Well, I mean, we know we can beat Port Vale, right? And if Gyökeres is up front and he kills the game off, and that also gives him the confidence boost that he needs, even if he gets just 1 goal, that's going to give him the confidence boost, which is what I think he needs at the moment. It's just extra.
Do you feel like he lacks confidence? Is that what?
Not so much as confidence. I think, because we've seen the team not feeding him so much on this one. So maybe this team will be looking to him more often because they don't obviously play as much as the main team does right now. So maybe they'll look for him a lot more, and then Arteta will see what it's like if you actually feed the guy what he can do, because they will look to him as being the vocal point. And of course, if he does score, that gives him that extra confidence to going into the next game, you know. So that's just my opinion.
I think the bigger problem we have realistically is there isn't anyone else. Maybe if Gabriel Jesus was fit, or if Havertz was fit.
What do you think he's going to put Martinelli up front?
No, I don't.
No, but there you go.
Martinelli might play, but he's not playing as centre forward. He could do though, couldn't he?
Well, he could.
I don't know what kids we've got that could play. I don't know who's in the squad for tomorrow.
Who else have we got as a striker that is actually playable tomorrow, shall I say?
Well, I think it really comes down to, it might be Martinelli up front, but I think it's Trossard. Maybe you'd play Eze as a false nine. I don't know. I think Gyökeres probably will play based on availability, but I wish he wouldn't.
So we're thinking Eze's going to play though, isn't he? Because of obviously Madueke being out. Do you think he's going to start Saka or not?
No, I don't think he'll start Saka in this game. No, I think Ranieri will start on the right.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. It's difficult because this bloody game this game against Newcastle has taken on massive significance, not just in the result, but in who we put out there. Because if Arteta puts the same midfield out again, it will be like thumbing his nose at the rest of us and just proving that he's right, and he will die on that hill. And if he doesn't, and he does change, then he needs those players he changes to be relatively fit and in form. I don't want to see Gyökeres tomorrow, but I don't know what you do about it. But then, to be honest with you, we must have some kids that could play, no?
I'm not being silly, but if it is a Champions League match, you'd be playing Gyökeres tomorrow.
Yeah, if it was a Champions League match, yeah.
Yeah.
But if the Champions League match would be against Champions League opposition, Port Vale, and not that.
Yeah, no. But then, oh God, the other person you could put up there probably going to be not Marino. God.
Well, I wouldn't hate that. I mean, he's banged goals. Like, he'll score against Port Vale, right? I just want to I just don't want to play. Gyökeres hasn't had a break, has he? Like, just give him a bit of time off. I don't want another injury that keeps someone out.
The thing is,
we've lost Noni Madueke
already.
Say again?
I said before the season, really, because he didn't get like a pre-season with us, so he kind of got a lot of time off already, so he needs to catch up.
He did, but you still don't want him. He's still going to be in better form for Newcastle if he doesn't play tomorrow. Can we agree on that?
I mean, of course. You know, I mean,
so I want him in
there is the risk of him getting injured as well, I suppose. But
yes, I want him in the best possible form for the game. I don't
know.
Then
the only option I would go with is Martinelli. I've got to say, with him being speedy and in the form that he's in right now, could that benefit us, him being up front and having, as you say, that Trossard on the side there?
I'm trying to think of who else could be in there, and there are options. They're not great, but I don't. And someone correct me if I'm wrong. Charles Sega Jr. is around. Ismail Kabia, isn't he still around? I don't think we've loaned him out. I'll have to look.
I don't know. I can't remember.
He's at Shrewsbury Town. My apologies. So it's not going to be him. No, look, it's not a game that we need to be putting out Gyökeres for, is it?
No, but surely he's not going to stick with Marino up front.
I don't know. Don't call me Shirley. All downhill after that, allegedly. Back about to get a contract for 17 million. That would be lovely. Who's more two-footed, Dembele or Santi Cazorla? Santi Cazorla every day.
Santi Cazorla all day long, yeah.
Oh, Santi Cazorla. I'm no longer surprised by the players being the players they are anymore. Arteta selected lineup. He should answer the questions. Fair. Enzo, definitely not worth what they paid. So far. The only reason I made it a question mark is because what if Chelsea win the Premier League? Then he was. But I don't think they're going to. I do think he's going to be a flop. For the money they spent for him, definitely have done better. Saka deserves to be out highest. Saka does deserve to be our highest paid player. I completely agree. You see Thierry Henry talking about Gyok. Yeah, I did. And I'm not saying shit because he's our player now. So there's no point in saying I wanted Šeško more or I didn't rate him. I do now. He's an Arsenal player. Mosquera will probably develop into a less fiery Magalhaes. don't know. I miss a bit of the fire from Gabby, our wall at the back. Wait for a fit Eze, a fit Odegaard, a fit Saka. The balls that will be played for Gyökeres will be sublime. I'd still rather have Havertz up top for the big games. I agree. That's where I am. That's what I feel like. And everyone's going to lose their shit when we play Havertz and he doesn't immediately score. Because there's one thing trying to make the Arsenal fan base happy and social media happy, and there's another thing just winning the league. I hope that Arteta is stubborn enough to stick to what he knows is right, but intelligent enough to notice when it's not.
Yeah.
That's the point in rushing after the scoring. VAR will take ages to decide if it's goal. Millet, you've both made such good points. I'm so glad that you and Box Fresh both said it, because it's the thing that everyone's been talking about is how long we celebrate. And you go, have you not watched football for the last 2 years? The chances of us grabbing that ball off the two Man City players, wrestling it off of Zubimendi, running to the centre circle and taking a quick free kick or kick off to make any difference at all are gone. Because a ref would have kept you there while some bloke in VAR did his trousers up and went, oh, do what now? I saw Boyten. I love Henry as a pundit analyst, but I think sometimes he forgets that nobody's as good as he was. He was right, though, about first touch. Yeah, look. When Thierry Henry is criticising someone for first touch, who can't he criticise? Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, he's not as good as me. Right, Terry, we have struggled to find someone quite as good as you. Do rub it in, though. Why not? Henry sends messages out via TV shows. He wants the best for Arsenal and knows the player will actually listen to him. Listening to him is one thing, but actually, I don't know how much we expect it to change. I love this, though. Look at this message. That's clever. I'm going to wait for ages for that. Get your notes book ready. I'm gonna go to you, Fresh, for your final thoughts. And before we do that, Jose's pointed out that I think Sego Jr. played today for the under 20 was typical, so he ain't going to play. Not that I think he would have been the guy to play. Start Mourinho up front against Port Vale. Stop playing Mourinho in midfield. It's not viable. 100% agree with you. Happy to be wrong as well. Max Dowman back in first team training. We've got a team that can win this competition without touching the first 11. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? That's a really good point we were making earlier. But Fresh, to conclude tonight's brilliant business, can you give us some thoughts and sum up?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for turning up. It's been a pleasure for you. Joining you, Dan. It's been a pleasure. No, it's been a pleasure for you, Dan.
It's a pleasure for you. Yeah, all year in chat. It's been nice that you're here to see us.
I tell you what, guys. Right, my mind is so frazzled. I'm sure you know this by now. So, right. So anyway, thanks again, guys in the chat. Big up to yourself. See you next time. Dan, you're a super legend. Zanzi, you're a super legend, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care, people.
See you next time. Anthony will be here. Zanzi, over to you for your summation and final thoughts.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that all those people in the chat, yes, it is a pleasure to see us up here. But you're needed as well for your insights. And I think Idris, with his Port Vale 0, Arsenal 7, yep, I'll go with that.
He won't be watching it because he's in Nando's.
Oh, yeah, maybe Nando's have got a TV. That's why he's going there. I just hope his girlfriend's not a bloody Tottenham supporter. Dan, you
talk shit like that. You can't say that about a man's date. I mean, come on.
Well, you know, who do you support? Tottenham? Oh, fuck off then.
Right, well, yeah. Check, please.
Anyway, Dan, you are the shining star of us. You are the North Pole, and we always look up to you and think that's North.
Oh. North Bank, yep. North Bank Library. Can't top that, can I?
No.
Can't top that. Guys, I'll just do a couple more. It's 4-1 to the Gunners, says Jose. I'm going to agree with that one, I think. Hawkwind saying 3-0 to the Arsenal.
Look at the score.
Apparently, yeah. I think they might, yeah. Big up all the chat. See you next time. Nando's is a good place for a first date, by the way. If she's too posh for that, then frankly, she's going to be a headache. She's going to be expensive. I'm only joking about my girlfriend. Don't joke about your girlfriend. That's our job. All of you, you are the absolute best, and I'm so glad you're here. And we had a really good night as well. Zanzi needs to sort out the running tap in the bathroom, the overflowing ciggy bin, and the toilets need a scrub. To be honest with you, the revenue hasn't been good recently, so we're just gonna muggle through here. Let's just say what we lack in polish, we make up for in spit. You're absolutely beautiful. Until I see you on Thursday night, 10:30. Might throw in a quick post match tomorrow.
I must quickly apologise if you've not had enough spit in your beer glasses. I shall make an amend on Thursday.
Yeah, it's
nice one, Dandy. Nice
we
one,
need to wipe them. I would say just wipe. But from me to you to me, be lucky. Lots of love.
Bye.
What's up, y'all?